Hello everyone, we are out here at the Climate Change March and we're going to be talking to the people about climate change, asking them what their opinions are on it and if they know that it's actually connected to the Mark of the Beast crisis that will take place, because we know that this is all leading to the Sunday Law movement. So we're going to be educating the people, passing out some flyers and asking them what they think about it and actually show them that crisis is coming soon. So please keep us in your prayers and be with us and watch the video. Stick around.
All right, so I have Isaac with me here today, and you were the keynote speaker today, right?
Yeah, I was one of the speakers, and I'm in a lawsuit against the Florida government for not only ignoring climate change, but for contributing to it by incentivizing the fossil fuels industry for short-term profits instead of considering our constitutional rights to life, liberty, and property, and just my future.
So how did you get involved in this climate change movement?
Well, me and my family, we've always loved the environment. We live on a 20-acre homestead, so we're constantly outside and just in nature. We love going to our local springs, state parks, and beaches. And then I found out that climate change was going to destroy and is destroying these places that I love and that are beautiful, and that it's going to affect every single person in the world. And I realized I had to do something. I got obsessed with it. So I kept asking my mom, like, what can I do to help? Until we started researching. We came across lots of different things we could do. Our Children's Trust was one of them. And from there, it's just kind of spiraled into all these different movements and activism. Okay,
so do you know where the climate change movement is tending? Like, what will be the end result?
It's hard to tell. It's really, it's like a grassroots campaign. It was slow at first, and now it's skyrocketing. People are getting well informed, and there's messages being spread that weren't originally talked about. And I think that we have a chance to create a green economy, but we still have a far way to go and only 11 years left to act.
So I'm sitting here with
Philip Kwan Charlemagne.
All right, and Philip, correct?
Philip Kwan.
Philip Kwan.
Yeah.
Now, Philip Kwan, what are your thoughts on climate change? And do you believe that AOC, you're familiar with AOC, right?
Yeah.
And her Green New Deal policy. Do you believe that her policy is enough to stop climate change?
Yeah, well, I do believe in climate change and the climate crisis, and I think that the Green New Deal is a bold enough plan to solve it.
Okay. Now, at the end of this rally here in March 15, what do you hope to see accomplished?
Well, I hope to see some more legislators signing on to the Green New Deal plan, saying that they support it. And yeah, that's really one of my biggest goals for the rally.
If I don't believe in climate change, what can you tell me to change my mind?
Your world is going to look ridiculously terrible and like an apocalypse movie if we don't change.
If we don't change, and what can we do to change that?
We can tell politicians that we need to make a change. You can easily call your politician. I've done it multiple times before and said, can you please vote on this bill? And they might even think about it, because despite you being just an ordinary person, you can make a change. You can call you can call your politician who represents you in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, and they can vote on that bill. They can vote on that whatever. They can vote. You can vote them in, and then they can vote for you. And you can help make a change no matter how small you are, no matter who you are. You can be 8 years old and you can make a change.
Okay, so what are you hoping will actually take place after this march has happened? So what are you hoping to see? What do you think will actually happen?
I think hopefully more people, more young people, more old people
get involved.
Yeah, more people can get involved, which is so important. Involvement is the biggest part of any movement. And yeah.
Okay, and did you receive one of those flyers that had an image of the climate change strike on it?
I did.
Okay, so when you do get the chance, go ahead and scan that QR code and take a look at the video that it has to offer, and share a comment in the YouTube comment box as well to let us know what you think about it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Leah, Nikki, Marcella. So I see you all are here for the climate change movement today. Just tell me, a little bit about it and why you guys are striking. How'd you get involved in this climate change movement?
I'd say we're just passionate about where our country is going, where our world is going. If we don't have action now, in 11 years, we're not going to have a plan, and we're not going to have a future. Our families are not going to have a future, and I think that that's important for us to realize now and start moving now and making change now, or else 10 years down the road, none of us are going to have a planet to enjoy and to appreciate. So we just think that that's a really important cause and that we're here to bring change.
So do you think that if we legislate laws against climate change, that it's going to actually stop climate change from taking place?
I think that it's a
I think it will
slow step.
help.
Yes.
Like it's a process, but it'll definitely help move in the right direction.
Okay, so you're advocating that in 11 years, if we don't do anything, the world is going to end, correct?
Not the world's going to end.
The United Nations said that in 12 years, climate change will be irreversible. It won't necessarily end then, but will destroy the planet so much that it's inevitable that it will end.
All right, now let me ask you a question. What are your thoughts on AOC's policies for climate change?
AOC, who are they?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Okay. Well, the policies on climate change are real simple. We've got to make every effort we can to reduce the carbon impact, and the only way we're going to do that is jump on board 100% right now and not put it off any longer.
All right. Now, a lot of people are saying that the climate change agenda is connected to the mark of the beast somehow. What are your thoughts about those ideas?
I think everybody that's denying climate change has probably got that mark of the beast on them. They kind of missed reality. The Christians that have not been reading the Bible, that have misinterpreted, have been misled by that beast, I think is a bigger problem than the people that have looked at the reality of what is happening. It's getting hotter.
So if I don't believe in climate change, what can you say to change my mind?
It's not even spring yet and people are trying to get out in the shade. You know, when I moved to Gainesville in '86, the first frost came reliably every year around Thanksgiving. We had our first frost in February this year. But personal experience ought to do it for you if you don't believe what the scientists say.
Are you a vegan?
I am. We're vegan activists here. We're part of Fact Activists, which is like our local activist group.
That's wonderful. Now, how do you believe that going vegan will help with the climate change?
Yeah, definitely. So animal agriculture is like the leading cause of greenhouse gases. So we could take, the same amount of showers and drive the same amount of cars, and yet it would drastically decrease by cutting out animal agriculture. That's meat, dairy, and eggs. And so it's just the best thing you can do right now in terms of combating climate change.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your input. I hear a lot of talks how the Green New Deal is connected to Pope Francis Laudato Si. Do you have any thoughts on that? Have you heard about that?
I have not heard about that, no.
How about yourself?
No, I haven't heard about it, but I think that the idea is that the Pope that we have right now is very cognizant of, like, a lot of these low-lying areas also affect a lot of people that are not of means. And so that's kind of part of his whole thing, is being very concerned with those in the lower socioeconomic that are going to be adversely affected by rising sea levels. All of us will be, but it always particularly affects those that are a little of less means.
I see. So essentially, you are in supportive of the Pope and his Laudato Si agenda and the climate change aspect of it.
Yes, the spirit of it, without going into all the minutia and the details of it.
Okay. Yeah. How about yourself?
I'm the same way. I don't really know a lot about it, but I'm obviously, I believe that climate change is a problem, and I believe that we have to do something about it for sure.
What would you say if I told you, Isaac, that the climate change movement is tending towards the mark of the beast? Have you ever heard that term, mark of the beast?
No, I haven't.
Okay. All right. Well, basically, the climate change movement, as we look at it through the lens of Bible prophecy, is tending towards the mark of the beast, which will bring about a one world government, a one world religion even, and it's going to force people to worship on Sunday. So this is where the climate change movement is tending, based on the Bible. But did you receive a flyer today?
No, but I don't really know much about this.
Right.
And I'm atheist, so
okay.
I believe that climate change is a huge issue,
Right.
and that we need to keep fighting, but I don't really have any idea about that.
Got you.
I've been informed about that, and I'm an atheist and don't really.
No worries. One thing that I've noticed is that the climate change movement actually is uniting all kinds of people, whether you're atheist or you believe in God or not. It's really uniting people.
Yeah.
And this right here, this is a flyer that we made
Yeah.
just talking about it, and in fact, it's going to show you where the climate change movement is tending. Whether you're atheist or not, it's going to affect everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You have a great day, Isaac.